Greetings, YouTube. After just making the video about the potential changes to Mystic Dispersion and Dexterity, which I'm still kind of trying to process, I did want to take the time to make a video on the new offer that will be around for the next 3 weeks or so, which is the opportunity to get the 3-star OG Red Deadpool, and then, of course, everything else that comes with it. Now, I'm starting from this screen because I want to show you, and as a reminder, that normally $10 in the game gets you 275 units. Not much at all. So for the same price as 275 units, or what we like to refer to in the MCOC community as the Star-Lord's loot bag, we are able to give Kabam our $10 to get a 3-star OG Deadpool. It's nice to be reminded that I have 0 owned from that regard. 3 energy refills, which of course is worth 90 units apiece. 5 tier 2 basic catalysts, which are the most random thing I can think of that they would throw in. I guess in theory they're doing this to rank up the 3-star Deadpool, but if that's the case, why not just give some tier 1 and tier 2 skill catalysts, right? Although I guess I'm saying skill. Is he a mutant? I haven't owned OG Deadpool, but I know the other Deadpool is mutant. So let me change that sentence and say some tier 1 and tier 2 mutant catalyst if that's the case. Now, I love these greater champion boosts. In fact, I would easily put them at 150 units a piece worth of value at minimum, maybe even 200 units a piece. So really, if $10 normally gets you 275 units worth of value, those two 30% greater champion boosts, especially if you use them in upper tiers of Alliance War, or say the Uncollected Monthly Quest, or Legends Run, or Act 5 completion, they're worth the price of $10 by themselves. And then I also appreciate that Kabam has given us 100,000 more gold. If you see my gold as it goes by the screen, you know that I'm the opposite of gold poor. I'm like Scrooge McDuck when it comes to gold. I've got 36 million. I don't know what to do with it. I wish I could just give it away literally to everybody watching this, but I can't, sadly. And then, of course, the reason why most people are going to buy this ticket to the 4-star Deadpool Arena, which will be running quite a bit this month. And then, for those who whale out the most in the 4-star, they have the golden ticket opportunity to compete for the 5-star gold pool, which I'm guessing only the top richest people who spend the most time investing in the game will get. But I'm hopeful that in that arena, there is at least the opportunity to get some really cool, awesome milestones, like even tier 5 basic shards. Would that be a great time to see those? Certainly 5-star crystal shards to be a minimum expectation for that arena. So, you know, $10. I'm not going to give this an A+, but I do think it's a B+. I think for the value, you're certainly getting your money's worth. If I could make a small tweak, you want as a company for as many people to get this as possible. And even though $10 is not that much money, I mean, that used to be what I would buy a full used game on a console for. And so I wish that you took out, you could have 1 energy refill and 1 greater champion boost and charge $5. And I think $4.99 is probably the price point that most people would be like, why not? I mean, it's $5. That's a cheeseburger and fries. I'll throw $5 at Kabam to get the opportunity to compete in the 4-star arena and subsequently, hopefully, the 5-star arena. But $10, with that being said, is not the most amount of money. I just think for like a kid, right? Because there are a lot of people who play this that are kids or high school students. $5 and $10, there's a significant difference. When I was growing up, that was everything. If I had to double the $5 to $10, I was out. That was making my very poor upbringing price point too rich for my blood. So I try to empathize with people who don't have $10 and who probably would rather give you their $5 worth of cash. So that's kind of my review. I'd give this a B+. You know, objectively, I think that you get plenty of value besides Deadpool, because realistically, I'm only going to use this guy as like a trophy and maybe to rank up during a rank up event to get those 25 units, but that's about it. Maybe I'll go for the 4-star, maybe 5-star. I don't know. I'm still trying to process. I know some of you have contacted me and been like, Prof Huff, I just want you to know maybe the dexterity and the Mystic Dispersion changes are going to be a good thing. We don't know yet. And in all fairness, we don't know what these changes are going to be, and at least the community is going to have a voice in them. My main point is just, why now? Why spend the time and the money and the effort and the resources to beta test something that the community is not really demanding right now, when they could be massively buffing champions like the Deadpool X-Force, they always call him the other way around, or Ant-Man. You know, we've got movies coming out with these champions that desperately need to not suck. Why not spend the time and effort to get the community super hyped? That's something we can all be excited to see, not trying to figure out if we just wasted thousands and thousands of units. And if it turns out that these changes do hurt the community, there's going to be people who leave, but most importantly, they need to massively refund people who spent units upgrading Mystic Dispersion, who spent all those mastery cores. And I just don't know how they do that in a way that's fair. So they've really opened up a Pandora's box. Unless you're trying to change dexterity to not trigger Mystic Dispersion, but you keep everything as is. Because remember, the other great thing about dexterity is that you only need one mastery point for it to be really effective. Then suddenly, if you weaken it, and you have to take away mastery points from other things to make it not so terrible, then you're changing your entire mastery core as it is and hurting your ability to get through fights because you're taking very valuable points away from other parts of the tree, which is just all the way around a terrible idea. So a part of me is going to remain optimistic because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but the larger point still remains, why now? Why do this at all? Why not focus, since we've got a Deadpool movie that's come out and an Ant-Man movie that's set to come out, buffing X-Force, Deadpool, and Ant-Man at a minimum, so we can get excited about playing those champions again, especially since we've had so many changes to willpower that really hurt some of those other champions. And now we're just crossing our fingers that the entire course of the game doesn't change and we end up just quitting, because that literally could happen if they really royally screw this up. So good luck. Are you going to buy this? Let me know. B+ offer. Can't really say anything too negative. Just wish it was $5 instead of $10. But otherwise, good luck with it.